Colleen here at DIYerBehindLemonThistle.com, and today I'm excited to share this DIY wooden panel art. I am so in love with this, you guys, and it was really easy to make. And so I'm excited to share how I did this today and how you can make it too in like less than half an hour. It's pretty awesome. It's kind of like those beautiful wood signs that people are making where they cut all the wood to the different shapes and they piece them together all stained differently, except these panels actually come with these designs in them already, so then you just have to stain the pieces. This post is in partnership with Walnut Hollow. They make these awesome wood plaques here with different designs in them, and I really wanted to feature these ones as a collection all together and how they really work together to make these cool patterns. They remind me of quilt blocks. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is a quilt block, and when you put them together, they make these rad patterns. It could be a quilt, but it's wood. And so I left them all apart and I put them up individually on the wall here, but you could also frame them and put them on a backing board and they would look like a sign, like if you push these right together. So before I get into the tutorial, if you have not yet subscribed, I would so love if you did that below so you don't miss out on any more DIY or home decor videos. All right, let's talk about it. Alright, so for this project, you will need the Walnut Hollow Starflower signs. Now, these are the 8-inch ones, but you can also get some larger ones. And then you'll also need 2 different stains if you wish to leave one of the colors the raw wood, like I did. The 2 colors of stain that I used are both by Minwax. They're my 2 favorite stains, Ebony and Early American. You'll also need 2 foam brushes, one for each color of stain. One of the things that I suggest is to go ahead and to draw out your design on paper ahead of time, just so you know when you're staining which colors you should be using on which pieces, because it does get a little bit confusing. I did go ahead and stain all of my pieces exactly the same, and I really like how that design turned out. It reminds me a lot of a quilt block, like my grandma makes. And I kind of enjoy that, but it has the modern twist of the wood, so it's a little bit southwestern. I don't know. I really love the way that it worked. Once you've figured out which colors you're staining which pieces, go ahead and do that with your foam brush. Make sure not to dip in your foam brush the entire way. Just dip in like a tiny little bit and brush it off on the side of the stain container. Even that is going to seem like a ton of stain as it's going on, but that's okay. It soaks in and it gives a really nice even coverage. Make sure to take it slow because you can't wipe stain off like you can paint. You would have to go in and like sand it, and even then it would be hard to get rid of, especially on the pieces that you're doing the natural wood color. So just take your time, and having the foam brush with the straight edge was really helpful with this. I did all of the brown stain, which is the Early American, first, and then I went ahead and did the pieces with the Ebony stain. What I really love about these Starflower signs from Walnut Hollow is that they're ready to go. Like, I didn't need to do any prep on these, any sanding. They're already sanded. All I had to do was add my stain, paint it on, and then I had these beautiful signs, this beautiful art. You can see that there are a lot of different ways that you can organize these pieces. I just chose the barn star because I really love the way that that looks. I love the feel, and again, it reminds me of my grandma's quilts, and I really love that as well. But you can kind of play around and switch them around like I'm doing here to get different looks depending on what you're going for. Once it is all done, make sure that they dry completely before you hang them. To hang them, I just used command picture hanging strips. I did this specifically because it was on the brick and I didn't want to drill 6 holes into my brick. But you could also use a sawtooth hanger on the back of these plaques and hang them from nails if you prefer to do that. Lastly, you could go ahead and put a clear coat on these. I think that I still might. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a gloss or a matte. I typically go with a satin, but I'm just trying to decide if I want to keep them all separate, apart, like I have here, the kind of floating artwork, or if I want to frame them out and turn this into a sign. Guys, I am in love with this art. I really want to put it on a white wall, like over a couch maybe, but our walls are still green. So this is the only white space in my house, so it gets the mantle for right now. It's pretty rad, right? Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you're inspired to try something new today. If you did like it, I hope that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more DIY or home decor videos. We'll see you next time.